Hello, 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 my friends. Kaitlyn here, and what is your favorite childhood Halloween movie? This video is all about the nostalgia, guys. So I grew up in the 90s. 90s, baby, yeah! And as we've established, despite loving Halloween, I was, and still am a little bit, a big chicken. Scary movies, horror movies, gory movies, monster movies, they're just not my thing. But that doesn't mean that I didn't love me some classic kids Halloween movies. So I thought I'd give you my definitive ranking of them and maybe remind you of some classics along the way. Let's do this. Starting at the bottom with number 10, I'm gonna go with The Corpse Bride. So this was released in 2005, but I don't think I actually watched it till I was 19 or 20, so 2009, 2010, so it was a little late on the uptake. But this was around the time that I realized that I loved Tim Burton animation, and it had the kind of adorably cute but still creepy aesthetic that was 100% what I loved about Halloween growing up. Coming in at number 9 is the Disney Channel original movie, Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire. There are several DCOM movies from this era like Under Wraps and The Scream Team and Tower of Terror, but I was running out of spots on the list, so this is the one that I'm gonna highlight. Mostly because it's a solid movie about exactly what the title says. Some kids set their mom up on a date, but it turns out the date is actually a vampire, so they have to save her, which is the kind of quirky and low-stakes movie that I loved from Disney growing up. Number 8 is Halloween Town 2, Calabar's Revenge. So there are technically 4 Halloween Town movies, but we don't speak of the last one because they recast Marnie and never explained it. And then there's Halloween Town High, which is just weird, but I loved Halloween Town 2, pretty close to as much as I loved the original. Basically, I just wanted to find out I was a witch and go to a magical, happy Halloween place. Number 7 is The Nightmare Before Christmas. Now, it's probably controversial that it's so low down on this list, but it's only because I didn't watch it until I was a junior in college because I thought it was going to be creepy and scary like Beetlejuice, which I hated. So I love The Nightmare Before Christmas now, but it doesn't hold as much nostalgia for me as some of the rest of the movies on this list. Also, for real, is it a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie? No one knows. Number 6 is Halloween Town. Gosh, I love my real life grandmas, but seeing Debbie Reynolds show up as the quirky hippie grandma every year on Halloween, I just really wanted to live Marnie's life and find out that I was a witch, even if it meant having to save the world / Halloween Town. Number 5, Casper Meets Wendy. Okay, first you've got Casper the Friendly Ghost, which is peak 90s Halloween. Then you've got baby Hilary Duff as Wendy the Good Witch in the cutest red witch outfit that I have ever seen. Again, I think my love for this movie goes back to me really wanting to be a witch / having secret magical powers, even if that meant having to save the world from a scary warlock. Number 4, the OG Casper. Holy cow, guys. Besides Simba from The Lion King and like the fox Robin Hood, Casper was definitely one of my first crushes. And I was so jealous of Christina Ricci that she gets to dance with human Casper at the end. And I was so devastated when... Wait, you've seen this movie, right? I am not going to spoil it for you. Please go watch Casper if you haven't. It is a wonderful Halloween choice. Number 3 is Hocus Pocus. I feel like it's overly predictable if Hocus Pocus is number 1 on this list because it is such a Halloween classic. Like, I remember loving it as a kid, though also being kind of scared of it because despite all the physical comedy and gags, it was still pretty dark. But it wasn't until I was an adult that I realized it was such an iconic Halloween movie and so many other people loved it. I think the drawback for me here and why it's not in the number 1 spot is that the Sanderson sisters are not good witches. And you all know I wanted to be a good witch. The number 2 spot goes to a movie I actually just remembered recently, but I loved as a kid, The Little Vampire. I think you'll notice a theme in my favorite movies. It's when creatures that are normally shown as scary, like vampires or witches, are actually shown to be good. So I love this movie because it is about a lonely little outcast boy who befriends a vampire boy and then helps him save his family. And if that just isn't the sweetest thing ever, I don't know what is. I was a pretty lonely kid, so the idea of meeting and befriending some pretty cool vampires was very appealing to me. And finally, drum roll please, the number 1 spot in my nostalgic Halloween movie ranking goes to Double Double Toil and Trouble, featuring the Olsen twins. Do you remember this movie? I was a huge Mary-Kate and Ashley fan growing up. I think in part because I sort of looked like them when I was a kid, but I just super identified with them in all of their movies. Plus, who doesn't love the power of love and sisterhood overcoming evil? And there's this unexplained magic wand thrown into the mix, and who wouldn't want to happen upon that? Basically, it's a classic kids movie with the power of friendship and family winning out at the end of the day, but it had the creep factor for Halloween because Aunt Agatha was legit scary. So there you go, guys. Plenty of nostalgic Halloween movies for you in case you are not into the spooky or scary category like me. Most of these are available for rent on YouTube and other streaming platforms, so someone knows what's up, and I'll link what I can find down in the description. For the question today, I want to know what your top childhood Halloween movie is. Tell me all about it down in the comments. Plus, remember that you can check me out on these other social media sites, and if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know the moment there's a new video. And I'll see you guys next Thursday. Bye!